All right. Okay. The recording is in progress. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So again, the purpose of the Justice Coalition is to inspire the membership to take control of their union and inspire more humble and accountable leadership. And that's what we're trying to do. First, I'd like to also thank Brother Cody Mazzarella. He's an activist in the Chicago area. He lets us use his premium Zoom account here, so I get access to all the little features. I want to try something a little different. Get the kind of tedious stuff out of the way, and then get into the nitty gritty of what we got to do. First, I want to jump into the history lesson. In your agendas, if you've had time to read the agenda, this history lesson was in there. Just going to share something we try to do every meeting to inspire and educate. The year was 1936. That was the day Remington Rand president James Rand boasted of a new scheme. He called it the Mohawk Valley Formula. It served as a blueprint for union busting. The National Labor Relations Board called it a battle plan for industrial war. The workers at Remington Rand had walked out on strike in late May after enduring a year of anti-union harassment, threatened plant closures, and firings of top union leaders. The company used a number of dirty tricks during the strike to mislead and demoralize strike forces. In his book, The Last Great Strike, Ahmed White describes the purpose and function of the formula. The scheme figured in the Little Steel Strike, as several authorities would accuse the steel companies of patterning their response to the steel strike after Rand's formula. It consisted of no fewer than 9 steps, all oriented to employing threatening armed forces, spies, and provocateurs. Companies sponsored back to work movements and staged reopenings to terrorize and demoralize strikers, provoke strikers to violence and discredit them, then use the specter of violence and pretense of a state of emergency to mobilize opposition to the strike on the part of local police and courts. And finally, announcing that the strike had been broken and that any remaining resistance was the work of an intractable minority hostile to community values and the quote, right to work. Sounds familiar? The central insight behind the formula was that violence could be used not only to drive workers off picket lines and paralyze them with fear, but also to turn both the law and political sentiments against unionists while justifying the employer's own conduct and excusing its contempt for labor rights. So this is from Labor History. So what do y'all think about that little history lesson from 1936?
I think this is a great piece of history. It shows shows what they was willing to do to try to stop people from, from getting what they want, needed as workers.
Yes. Anyone else?
Well, and how they use laws then and now to help the bosses and hurt the workers.
Yes. Any Janice, any insight from you?
No, I'm just barely here. I'm just here.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna try to keep you along. Yeah, exactly. And I would say, just like Kathy, it's interesting, the intractable minority hostile to community values, and isn't that what they call us, right? Even in the union office, they call us they call us divisive, right? They call us troublemakers. Yeah, anti-union, union busters. When I put the when I put another bylaw revision for dues discounts for part-timers about 2 years ago, the secretary and the president made these big posters all over the union hall when we were voting on that bylaw reform, you know, union busters, and they're trying to kill the union. And they put this, I put these little hoaxes on Facebook about different little fake jobs and stuff. And so they put some of one of my big hoaxes up there about interviewing or being a GM or something. And, you know, just silly, but they were so desperate. But what they were trying to do, they're trying to say, if you want the part-timers to have a discount on dues, we're not going to be able to have our money like we're used to. So that's, you know, even fighting injustice in our own union, we get attacked. And at work, I meet coworkers who say, oh, you hate the CTA, you hate this, you hate that. It's like, look, man, we hate injustice. We hate poor working conditions. Okay. I want to jump to a little organizing lesson, and I'm going to make sure you can see the screen here. Let's see. Good. Okay, it's showing. So you see that lesson, Secrets of a Successful Organizer? You see that on screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Let me get rid of this. No, this thing is in the way. Let me close this. Okay. And we are jumping to, let me admit someone here. And let me just see who this is.
It's DJ Khaled.
Hey, welcome, my brother.
Welcome.
All right. I'm just changing your name real quick here so no one sees your phone number. Okay. All right. And give me a second, y'all. We're going to go to lesson number 1, part number 5. That's number 4. I'm getting there. Okay. This is called Don't Be a Hero. The Lone Ranger was not an organizer. As an organizer, you can't be a superhero or a firefighter, even if you are a firefighter. And you know, they love to call us heroes, right? It's ridiculous. Right. That's because they just want us to sacrifice our lives for their bottom line. Your role isn't to knock the door down, burst in and rescue people. It is to build a team of activists. Guard against the impulse to put yourself at the center of everything the union is doing. As the great civil rights activist Ella Baker said, we need more movement-centered leaders, not leader-centered movements. This attitude adjustment can be challenging, since many of us are motivated by a strong sense of injustice. Your outrage at the petty slights the supervisor dishes out. You don't want to let the problem go on a moment longer. But a good organizer taps into that righteous anger in others, motivates people to take collective action, and gives them the experience of bringing about change together. That is how you build power and work and develop leadership. This is particularly hard because your coworkers often expect you to be the hero. They're comfortable letting you take all the risks. And they like to say stuff like, wow, you should be president of the union, right? They say stuff like that, right? You should run for office. But they won't learn to help themselves or help each other if you do everything for them. So when a coworker comes to you with a problem, instead of trying to get on your cape, I'll take care of it, look for ways you can help her get the ball rolling herself. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of that? Let's start with Andre. What's your insight here?
Well, I think what you said was correct. I think that more people, that's why I always say people need to get involved. That's my main focus, because us trying to knock the door down, it's not going to get us where we need to get. We just need the person. It's not about being the most brave person or the most smartest person. So you get it done because you're smart, or you get it done because you're not scared. No, we got to get the member that's scared to come involved. You got to get the member that don't know much about the union to get involved. You need to get the member that's sitting over there eating his lunch to get involved. You need all members that's concerned about their life, that want you to do everything. They need to get involved. And that's it. We got to get these people got to get involved. We are not going to be able to save the membership if the membership is unwilling to save themselves. And it's not.
Amen.
And you know, there was this local, a longshoreman's local that I read about on the East Coast or West Coast. And you know, the president or the chairman of that local said, you know, wow, we got all these problems, all these issues at work. All right, how about everybody be a steward? We're gonna have classes every month, every week, whatever. And anyone who wants to be a steward, be a steward. We're gonna try to recruit stewards. We're gonna have so many stewards, everyone should be able to do it. And he pretty much did that. And it was like, okay, whenever there were problems, co-workers actually then had the legal right to sit and help with co-workers who were in trouble, or help co-workers organize actions to make working conditions better, you know? And it's sad because sometimes personally I experience where co-workers would say, hey man, you know, could you go on a meeting with me with the manager? You know, they want to write me up. I mean, stuff happens a lot and I see it, but I can't, because the union leadership, you know, Boss Dixon and Deborah Lane, they don't want me being a steward, you know, and they've been working real hard to block that. And what's nice about a steward is it's not like a major elected officer with lots of responsibilities. Anyone can do it. Anyone, and we should help each other anyway.
We all are stewards. That's what we all are stewards.
Yes.
Everyone's a steward.
Yes. We just need to step up and act like it, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the obligation of a union member.
Questions on a regular basis. They ask me what should they do. So, you know, your work as a union informing information about the union. Once you learn these things, it really never stops.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be so little as you see a coworker who's being marched into the break room to be written up, and you tell them, hey, you okay? You know, is everything all right? You know what I mean? And they may be crying or something. Who knows? You know, it's always shock because they terrorize us out there, you know? And you just tell them, hey, you know, you got your wine garden rights. You don't have to answer none of their questions. All you have to do is say, I need a union rep, you know? Right. That could make a huge difference for a coworker, because we all know wine garden, but when you're in shock after you've gotten caught up in something, man, you forget all that stuff and you just start talking because you're pissed off or scared or angry, you know?
Correct.
And anybody else have any comments about this?
Yeah, I have a fellow employee I want to talk to you. She had a very hard time this week, big time hard time. Her name is Joy.
Hi, my name is Samantha, and I'm literally new here at my job, and since I started, I just feel like the whole treatment is unfair. The way that the clerks treat me, the managers, even my coworkers. You know, I came through, you know, got my foot in the door, and it's just they didn't tell me all the rules off back, so it's like they had me signing all these paperwork. Basically, of me throwing myself under the bus, but every time I'm signing them, no one is explaining to me. They're just like, oh, just sign this. And, you know, just trying to downplay the fact that it's a miss. And if I get 3, basically that's my job. I'm out the door. So now I'm in a situation where it's like I'm up to 3 misses because I didn't know what I was signing. There is a union rep here, but she doesn't fight enough. It's like, what are you here for?
Okay. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. You just came in, okay? And I just want to let you know we're recording this. I think I'm gonna pause this so that we can get into more details and we can work together to help you solve this. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the recording to protect your identity. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hang on a second here. Hang on, everybody. Pause recording here. Okay, if you could please mute.
What did he say was making it not work?
Mute your. All right, I'm gonna mute everybody here. Sorry. Okay. So we're just going over real quick the workers' contract here. Some little things you should know about. For physical, I was going to talk about the hazard pay, but this popped up. Physical examination. Notice how people are being made to pay for a CPAP machine. Sometimes the insurance covers it, sometimes it doesn't. If you're full-time or if you're part-time or part-time temporary, there's all kinds of loopholes that are screwing people over. Look, just pay the people back. Everyone has to be paid back, okay? If they have a sleep study test, they got to get a CPAP machine. Okay, if the employer requires it, employer has to pay for it, all right? Authority must permit an additional $400 voucher for uniform, jumpsuits, that kind of thing. All right, so I'm gonna just, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna encourage you all to go to chicagotransitworker.com, click on what's called the workers' contract, check it out for yourself. All this stuff in there about pandemic pay, hazard pay, blah, 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 all this stuff is there for you to examine and debate. Any comments? And I'll move on. Okay.
Move on, brother.
All right, everyone's asking questions about the contract, the official contract, what's going on at the Chicago Transit Worker, chicagotransitworker.com. We're trying to make that stuff accessible. Right here in your agenda is a link to all of the documents from 241 and 308 regarding the proposal items. We have everything here. Local 308, local 241, everything is up here. Everything that they've been giving out, we've been putting on here, okay? We're gonna try, this link to this exact set of documents is not yet on the website. So I'm gonna make a point right now so I don't forget, link contract docs. But in the agenda, which is also available at chicagotransitworker.com, I'm gonna go to the website. What you do, go to union reformation, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to reform our union, and go to Justice Coalition virtual meetings. And then right there, you're gonna see at the bottom, today's agenda. You click on that and it will take you right there. And then you'll have all the links that you can click on. So if anyone asks you, what's going on with the contract? You can show them, you can help them learn, and you give them that link. All right, let's talk about some civil disobedience. I'm gonna start my video here, and I'm gonna stop my share, and I'm gonna show you something. So there's a, hopefully y'all can see me. Can y'all see me? I muted you, so you unmute yourself. So anyways, we have a BandAid here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna encourage coworkers to show how important it is that our safety and our lives are extremely important as workers. So we're encouraging coworkers like ATU local 1031 and others, they're wearing a bandage. You can get a little one, a big one, you get, make sure it's sheer, and there's different ones that you can get based on your skin tone, but really you don't want it to match. You don't want it to blend in too much with your skin tone. You want it to stand out. And then just wear it, one day a week or every day if you want. And I plan to share Band-Aids with coworkers and talk to them about it. Hey, this is something that you can wear. And if any managers say anything, you just got a pimple, you got a cut, whatever, a mosquito bite. But, the whole point is to passively, but not too passively, let the world know about how we're suffering as transit workers. What do y'all think of this type of action? Is this something the rest of you here in this meeting think is a good idea? Not a good idea? What could make it better? If you're willing to do it, not willing to do it, talk to us. And this is recorded.
Sound good to me.
Sounds great to me also.
Cool. And so do you think maybe you'd be able to like get a little box of bandages and then just whenever you'd be able to talk to coworkers and give them one?
Sure. Where you supposed to put it at? I was out of the frame when you was putting it. You put it on your face somewhere?
Yeah, can you see my video?
I can see it now, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I just put it on the right cheek, but right cheek of my face, not my bottom.
Right. I see you now.
Yeah. So, you know, just like,
okay, I got it.
And then when it becomes real annoying, you just take the thing off and throw it out, you know? But yeah, so I was saying, you know, as frontline, especially the frontline, I'm not a frontline worker anymore. I'm in the shop, but the operators, the CSA, the CAs, the janitors, you know, man, you know, the servicers.
I'm gonna write a little slogan on my BandAid. Stop selling out. Something, you know, I'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Whatever little words I can fit up in that little space, I'm gonna put it on my BandAid.
Yeah.
Let it roll.
Put like hashtag safety first or something, whatever you want, whatever y'all want, you know? So, and let's jump to, so I'm glad, now this idea was heavily supported and we were building up ideas thanks to group members, Miguel and Darian. So they were like, yeah, let's do this. So I had to run it by y'all in the meeting. We'll try to put a poll out there too. I got to put a poll out there.
And you can you can also put a picture of it, example of it on your Justice Coalition website. So the members that's on the website, because we got like 270 members, they can see it and they can just gravitate onto it without having to talk to nobody. You know, they see what we're doing, and we'll start sharing the pictures. You know, we'll take pictures of ourselves with it. You know, man? That'll get everybody inspired.
Yes, that's the other thing that the other ATU locals were doing. Now, there's a lot of ATU locals doing this now. So that's what they were doing. The members were taking pictures in the break room, not on duty, for God's sake, not while on duty, but in the break room of the little Band-Aid on their face. So yeah, let's do this. Contract petition. Okay, I'm gonna jump into that. How's that coming along? Let's take a look. So we made a petition that's demanding that our union officers give us regular updates. I'd say thanks to all of us who protested a couple of weeks ago. They decided to finally give some kind of updates. What's going on with the contract? We demand full-time jobs, hazard pay, sanitary working conditions, lower health insurance, and we demand that our contract be posted. The current contract enforced in all break rooms, garages, shops, terminals, and warehouses, wherever we work. Real simple. So far, we have 77 signatures. Let's try to build that up. Again, in the agenda, the link is there. What's going on with the $10,000 barbecue? Did y'all know that Local 308, we allocated $10,000 to a barbecue. This was the idea of our former president, Ken Franklin. Very few of us voted no for it in the union meeting. You know, I certainly did. So let's look at the responses so far. People think 70% of 44 people are saying, hell yeah, boycott this thing and organize another rally whenever they're gonna have it. I got the date for it in the last union meeting, and then I don't know what happened. I lost it in my notes. So I don't, yeah. If anyone wants to
so the members want to have a rally at the picnic to like some type of solidarity against this action of a picnic or a barbecue. and when they should be organized and spending money on that, even though they put the money towards organized, but we don't know. It's like $1 late, $1 short on that. We don't know what they finna do.
No, it's August 14th.
They didn't call the meeting yet.
August 14th.
When they call the meeting.
Local 308.
Okay, make sure you.
Yeah, barbecue is on August 14th, Grove 6 at Dan Ryan Woods. So if anyone wants
it was
to
August
organize
6th.
Grove 6 at Dan Ryan Woods. On
No, I thought the picnic was August. I thought the barbecue was August 6th. So the barbecue was actually August 14th.
Yeah, hang on. It's August. I just read it and I just said it and I just forgot it. August 14th, Grove 6.
Okay. Everybody remember that. We're gonna have to think of what we're gonna do. Maybe we should bring a sign, or maybe we should decide if we're gonna go or not, as a group. We should think of something before August 14th on that.
If anyone wants to call for a meeting, a conference call to do it, to plan something like this, go for it. You know what I mean? It's a great idea. So most people say this barbecue is not a good idea, 81%, and 81% think that we should use our money for organizing protests and building up for bigger and stronger actions. Let's look at the Hour of Power results. So the Hour of Power protests, we got to have another one. We can't stop. We can't get satisfied, right? When is it going to be? We still don't know yet, because quite a few of us still have another pick to go through. So we don't know what our off days are going to be. But look at the diversity of opinions here, everybody. This is so cool. This is union democracy in action. Our union leadership refuses to ask members, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? But that's what we have to do as members. We have to demand it. And if the leadership doesn't do it, we should do it. Look at this. The majority are split between Midway and Harlem and Lake. But then you got Cumberland Blue, you got City Hall, okay? We got 14 responses so far. So we need more people to participate, okay? So at the agenda, we have the link, and you can copy that link and share it with others. Make sure you vote if you haven't done so already. We also have a CTA headquarters, okay? We have the local 241 office, and we have the local 308 office. And although no one's voted for it, we have the residents of President Hill, the residents of President Dixon. Someone added Forest Glen Bus Garage. Okay, so this is pretty cool. All right, what about this poll about candidates for union secretary treasurer? Should they share their latest credit report? Let's see what's going on. So far, we only got 7 responses, but 85% say hell yeah. So that's pretty interesting. And that's it for the polls. Any comments on the polls? And then we're going to jump to July 25th. Okay, no comment on the polls. So let's talk about July 25th. We have an in-person meeting at Hawkeyes. That's next week. It's next Sunday at 2 p.m. We got flyers for it too. We've been struggling trying to get them out, but some of the organizers have been we've been doing our best. But let's make an agenda of topics. Should we just do like what we do here, or should we do something else? And should we bring Band-Aids? I was thinking we should bring Band-Aid boxes to give to coworkers, those who want to donate some Band-Aids for this action.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
And then it'll give a good opportunity for the people that want to get involved to kind of get to know the people, because it's like 50% business, 50% let your hair down, so you can kind of mingle with your people and get to know who they are, who you working with, who shares the views with you. So, socials are important besides unionism. Sometimes you just got to just take a break from that and get to understand the people you work with, get to know them. get to talk with them.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
may talk about different things other than the union. So this is a give an opportunity to do that, because socials are extremely, in my opinion, extremely important. And after this social on 25th, we got to just keep getting together off and on. It's like a union meeting / not union meeting. You know?
Thank you.
And
Thank
we're gonna
you.
have a beer.
You're gonna have a beer, not me.
So, all right, I'm gonna have a beer. So that's not a union meeting. That's me letting my hair down, and then y'all say, "Hey, it's me." So there we go. We're gonna we need these things done. You know, because sometimes doing business is hard work and it's serious, and you don't get a chance to understand who's next to you. And this way, this will give us an opportunity to understand who's next to us and how they feel about themselves, the union, the future, their life, anything. It's just open forum on social when you have socials. And that's why Keith don't have socials. And Eric haven't had one either, you know.
Oh, he gonna have that barbecue at Dan Ryan Woods in the far
Oh
south
yeah, that's
side.
they social. It
Yeah.
cost the members 10 grand
Yeah.
out of their pocket, but no organizing direction. Crazy. What kind of union does that? The kind of union that don't have any union officials. That's what's going on. Local 241 and Local 308 don't have any union leadership.
It's a joke.
We just got elected officials. That's it.
Yeah, we got people that want to boss us around. So Janice,
And only thing they want to do is safeguard the piggy bank. That's their personal piggy bank.
yeah, with their PPP loans. Hey, Sister Janice, what do you think? Talk to us.
I agree. I just had one question for Andre. Andre, do you know the young lady who posted the video yesterday? Because I think
Yes,
we need to link up with her. Everything
I talk
she
to her
said
all the time.
Okay, everything
but
she said. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is the thing about Angie. Angie is an individualist. She don't bite her tongue. She gonna believe what she believes. She gotta understand this, because the understanding is clear. You know, when you believe in fighting for your job, she just gonna stand up. I've been trying to get her to hook up with us, and she having an issue with some of the personalities. So she real God-fearing woman. So, you know, as we may get hard on some things, it may take her out of her character, and she don't really want to do that like that. But she's a very approachable person. She's always, if I talk to her, she's always willing to talk. So we just continue to share views. Right now, her views, my views, or her views ain't too much different than my views, so we can have a good understanding. We never had any problems personality-wise.
Okay.
Wise talking, because she's a nice person. But the only thing you can do is keep trying, because she's there. She just on her own accord.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Not everybody gets along with everybody, and chemistry, that's chemistry, right? Like you
right.
It's not a bad thing but if you mix ammonia with bleach, you can create a toxic gas. So both chemicals are really important, you know, to have for keeping a clean environment. But maybe Janice, maybe you could send the sister a direct message and say, hey, we'd love to have you at this meeting.
Yes, I'm definitely going.
That's a good idea.
I'm definitely going. I just wanted to know, was she receptive? And so thank you. You answered my question. I definitely will do that.
Cool. And
because what's important is the message. You know,
exactly.
Her message is not different than our message. So that's very important. You know, because she may get along with you on a female level, or you might be more spiritual than myself, and y'all personality may click well, and she may say, well, I won't get out with Andre publicly out there, but I'll get out with you, and we can talk and, you know, chop it up.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the thing that we noticed is people will tell me, hey, man, I don't like that Andre guy, but I like you. And I say, well,
yep.
You know, Andre has ways that are different from me, but I work with him on the things we have in common. And that's how you organize. And see, that's
Yep.
what our union leadership doesn't want. They want us to obey. They obey them. They want total submission. They want a chain of command. But see, real organizing, real union democracy is, you know what? I don't like what you just said. That's crap. Oh, well, sorry about that, but I disagree with you. Okay, fine. What do we agree on? Well, let's do this. You see, that's what it's
Right.
made. That's real union democracy, you know.
Exactly.
And then we just, it's like, you know what? I want to work with Eric on such and such project, or I want to work with Jan on such and such project because Andre's not a part of it. Oh, okay, good. Then do it. You know, we don't care. We don't take it personal. Same with Kathy. Kathy, people don't like Kathy. There's some people that don't like Kathy, you know. It's like, so what? It's okay. That's good. We need that, you know.
Yep.
Cool. Hey, brother Tom, you got any comments about an agenda for this meeting?
No, I'm just observing, that's all.
Okay. So in one agenda
Hey,
item,
brother Tom, what's up? That's my brother right there.
yeah,
They call him Quiet Tom.
Tom is the man.
But Tom will take a picture with you, but he won't get out there on the streets with you. So that's the kind of commonality we have. He got us. He got our back. He'll listen to us. But you know, I'm gonna keep on kicking Tom ankles and make him walk with us one day.
Yep, we gonna get him.
The only way
We
you're
gonna
gonna get me to walk is plan B.
What's
Now.
plan B, Tom? Strike?
No,
What?
get out of the ATU.
Oh, well, that's gonna be a minute, sir. In the meantime, we're work in progress.
So at the meeting, this is a great agenda item. Plan B, decertification. Okay. Also, holding leadership accountable, because there's some coworkers that want to impeach our leadership, and we don't have anything for impeachment, but we do have something called bringing up charges.
Charges.
Yeah.
But
So
the thing about the charges, Eric, this is why, you know, people.
But no,
have
this is
made
going to be
comment-
discussed. We're going to let members bring this up because there's members that want this, and then we're going to hash it out at the meeting.
Okay,
You know what I
but I
mean?
can tell you about that real quick. If
Yeah, tell us. Go ahead.
you think about the charges, it's easy to do 5 to 10 members, but you have to get 10 members to be in step to be able to deal with the charges, because the charges, once you file them, a member say, I signed, and they walk away and go live their life. No, the member has to go the whole 10 yards with the charges. When I say that, that means he has to understand the charges being put together. Then he has to come to all the union meetings. Because if one person drop off, if you got 10 people, right, to sign, and 9 people missed one of those meetings, those union meetings where the charges are being dealt with, then the charges will go away. All 10 people must commit.
I'm not quite sure about that, but what we'll do at the meeting,
I'm sure I've been through it.
because I read something else.
Andre,
I read something else about that. I mean, 10, yes.
10 people the 10 people have to show up at those meetings, Mazir. They have to show up at those meetings. When it's time to deal with the charges at the union meeting, because this is a membership thing.
Okay.
Those 10 people that signed off,
Right.
they have to be at those meetings with the body.
Okay. Well, what we should do, Andre, what we got to do is we just got to give that to the members in black and white so that they can have it in the Constitution. You know what I'm saying?
well, can I say
But
something?
in the
about
meantime,
charges?
what we can do, keep hammering them on what they're doing to us.
Yeah.
Because the members that don't want to sign or may want not show up to the meeting, they're going to support the truths that we put out.
Yes.
They're going to support that.
Yes.
And they'll support that in droves.
So Tom, go ahead and respond.
Yeah, I just want to say something about the charges.
Yeah.
Now, Andre, weren't these officers that we had brought up on charges before?
Mm-hmm.
And look, they're right back in there because the international okayed it. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the long haul, man. This once it go through the membership, which take about a couple of months, 3 months or so, or a little longer. Then it has to go to the international. And once the international get it, yeah, it's not going. But it's the whole thing is it's about awareness. Charges will awake the sleeping giant in the membership. It will make it where the membership won't put that person back in once they, it helps. The international gonna let them off the hook. I agree with you. I already know that, Tom. That's why we got a plan B.
all these officers and officials we got in there now, they was all a part of the Jefferson administration, which was all brought up on charges. That's why I'm saying.
And Tom.
Okay, gentlemen, though, let's do this. Okay, I just looked it up, Andre. You are correct. I'm incorrect. All members who sign the charges are required to attend the meeting at which the charges will be heard and considered. Okay,
and
unless
unless
prior blah blah blah. But I'm not gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that next week. Okay, we're gonna
It's a complicated process.
But I think what we need to do is we need to provide those who go to the meeting with the information. It's
all about awareness.
Yeah. Okay, this is really good. Okay, we're almost done. Thank you. Anyone have anything else to say about what kind of agenda items we should have for the meeting next week? All right. And would everyone be okay? I think Tom, you were here for this, but we got, if you could buy some BandAid, some sheer bandages, BandAids, and pass them out to coworkers and ask them to wear it in support of coworkers who've been assaulted, which is basically all of us. We've all been threatened and spat at, basically.
By union officials, some of us.
Yeah, and by union, yeah. So if you could just buy a box, if you can't afford it, then whoever can afford it, buy another box to give to someone who really wants to do it. We don't want to make people spend money that they don't have. Okay.
So can I ask you this?
Yeah.
You ain't expecting no backlash from the union or the company over this?
Well, let's talk about that.
Just from the union officials, not from the company. Not from the company. The union officials gonna try to, put some spin on it. But Tom, this is our rights that we have to protect and fight for. Whenever you standing up for your rights, it's always gonna be some motherfucker that want to mess with you about your rights, especially if they're on the left, or what I'm saying. So people that stand up, you got to understand, standing up ain't a free process, man.
And how worse can it get, Andre? We already are at, we're already just, walked on. So
you're already in slavery.
Exactly.
Put it like this: you're already in slavery. What you want to do is just we're about to escape off the plantation, sister. So when you're trying to get off the plantation, it's gonna be resistance. So be prepared. And that's all it is. That's all it is. And we're gonna get off the plantation.
And Tom and brother Tom, one other good thing about this act of civil disobedience is that the ATU International has sponsored it. They've actually boasted that about locals that are doing it. So they better help us.
If we I understand that, but you look at what happened to Eric Slater when the ATU International was backing us, not putting ourselves in harm's way doing these police charters and this.
Well, it's a good point. But brother Tom, he was really, the only difference is the intensity of the action that we're organizing. It's just wearing a Band-Aid on your cheek. Go to work, follow the rules, stay on schedule, do your job, but just wear a Band-Aid to cover up a little bump on your cheek, But Eric Slater kind of got into a gray area, and he started, going back and forth with management. You know what I mean? So it's I think it's a little different. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, Eric Slater thought he had the union so he can talk shit to the he thought he had the union officials backing, which is the president, and he thought he could talk shit or violate the CTA rules with a CTA manager, and it didn't work out for him. And Eric Slater was set up by Keith Hill along with the CTA managers. Eric Slater, if he just would have did his job, this would have never happened to him. And
What do you think, Tom? Tom,
told the truth about Keith, this would have never happened to him.
So Tom, is this, so you don't think this is really a good idea? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it is, but I mean, how come the union is not officially doing it if it's being backed by the international?
Because you don't have no union officials.
Well,
that's why we on this phone, Tom. You said, how come the union ain't backing it? When the union officials ain't backing none of us, brother, that we on our own here.
Yeah, I mean,
our union officials are in the pocket of CTA. They are in the pocket of CTA. They're not backing. All we are dollar amount.
Well,
we are dollar amount.
Yes,
I understand that, but
let Tom get his word out.
A majority of the members go along with what these people say because they're scared for their jobs.
Tom.
Well, guess what?
Wait.
It's a couple of us gonna wear this BandAid.
Andre, hang on. Tom.
Yeah.
Say, I didn't hear everything that you said in that sentence. Could you say that again, please?
The majority of the membership is scared to lose their jobs because of the union will go along with the company.
Okay, fine. You're right. I agree. No argument from me. Okay. So would you be willing though? I mean, I am. We're not the majority, right? But would you be willing to do something like this? Wear this BandAid?
Yes.
One or every day? Okay. So that's all that matters, right, brother? I mean, it's just us, but we'll inspire other people, don't you think?
I hope so.
All right. Well, I think we got some common ground. Yeah. I mean, let's try it. And if you change your mind, you don't want to wear a BandAid, to hell with it. Don't do it, right? We're all free people, right? But let's try it. Let's try it and let's push this for the next couple months. And Janice, I know Willette might be dealing with some stuff. So if, let's try to keep her in the loop, because it really the 25th is really her baby. So we want to make sure that whatever help she needs to be there, we provide it. You know what I mean?
I spoke with her this morning, so she would definitely be there.
Okay, good. Because yeah, we need her leadership. Yeah. Okay. So any other final comments about the meeting, the 25th? Okay.
No, we'll see everybody there.
Okay. And please share that with coworkers. Finally, we're almost done. Part-time jobs, 2-person crews. That's another thing we want to put on the agenda. I'm going to just jump back part-time to full-time and 2-person crews. Oh my God, we had this candidate forum questionnaire. We'll get into it another time. We're running late. But anyways, the Justice Coalition is also about helping the members nominate and elect militant candidates for office. So we actually have a candidate questionnaire. So it's actually live now. So we're encouraging people who want to run for office to fill it out. We have some stringent requirements in order to be endorsed by the Justice Coalition. And if we don't like some of your answers, we will not endorse you. So take a look at that petition.
Hold on. Not just their answers, brothers, Bashir. Their actions.
And their actions.
The Justice Coalition is about action. And if we got a leader, a person that want to be a leader, and he don't want to do anything but just talk good shit, then we don't need that person, brother. We need a person that's going to flex their muscle along with the membership.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
and this is the form. And I want you, Andre, and others to go over the questions that are in this form when you get a chance, and see if there's anything in there that relates or doesn't relate to what you're saying and doesn't relate to what you want. And therefore we have to adjust that, okay?
All righty.
And wonderful. I can pause the recording if anyone wants to vent about something happening at work. I certainly do. I have something real quick. Anybody else?
I do.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna stop the recording now because it's gonna get funky. Hang on.